Fund has openly criticized the UK government over its plan for tax cuts, warning that the measures are likely to fuel the cost of living crisis. Markets have already raised the alarm over the plans, sending the pound plunging. However, the UK government says the measures will kickstart economic growth. The BBC's Rob Watson reports.
Is hoping that the financial markets will change their minds, that somehow they will think that maybe these tax cuts will produce the kind of growth that will mean that there won't be vast amounts of unfunded borrowing. If that doesn't work, and I think the judgment of most economists here and the financial markets is that it won't.
And finally, on the markets, the rand is trading at 18 rand and 11 cents to the US dollar, 19 rand and 29 cents to pound sterling, and 17 rand and 31 cents to the euro. On commodities, gold is trading at $1,625 and platinum at $843 per ounce, while Brent crude oil is at $85.10 a barrel. And the top story this hour, labor unions have welcomed the announcement by Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan to reconstitute the Eskom board. For Radio 2000 News, I'm Evelyn Bongani. Headlines at 7:30. Lonwabo is next with sports.
Good morning. In your sport, some players do not have the football qualities to represent the national team, and this is according to Bafana coach Hugo Bruce after they won 1-0 against Botswana. And in other national matters, Utemba Bavuma is braced for a competitive series against India that starts today. Details and more as we link up again at the bottom of the hour.
On air, online, and on your mobile. This is Radio 2000 Traffic.
Good morning. A broken down truck coming into Galilee's interchange this morning. The N12 and R24 routes in from the east are quite heavily backed up early this Wednesday morning. Load shedding around the Randburg area. Make sure you've got plenty of time coming in from Malabongwe Drive through Stratham Park, and also the run out from Rampark Ridge along Easterhout onto Hunskuman, already looking busy as well this morning. Also load shedding around Victory Park, Craighall Park, Hyde Park out into Blackheath and Emmarentia Linden. So that area will get busy a little bit later on this morning. The N1 between Pretoria and Joburg already backlogging from Brockfontein down towards the Olifantsfontein exit. Looks like being a busy one. Out in Mpumalanga, taxi protest blocking multiple routes through Mbombela. It's unlikely the Buscor buses will come, and taxis probably won't come along this morning for your commute because they're busy on the road. So a morning of great disruption around the Mbombela area again. Protesting on the R66 north of Eshawi, northern parts of KZN. You might find some delays and disruption out there. Also a breakdown before Spaghetti Junction. The N2 south is slow. And Cape Town load shedding around Brackenfell, Kryfontein, Kalestrip. You can see multiple routes jamming up there. Tableview and surrounds, Montague Gardens and Boortessak also out until just after 8 o'clock.
So make sure you buy your tickets to be a multimillionaire with 44 million rand in estimated lotto jackpots this Wednesday. You can play lotto for an estimated 19 million, lotto plus 1 for an estimated 21 million, and lotto plus 2 for 4 million. Okay, so go and buy your tickets right now in store, or you can go to their website, which is nationallottery.co.za. You can also do it via the mobile app, cell phone banking, or you can do it this way. Dial star 120 star 7529 hash for a USSD. Panda Pusher Play. The players must be 18 years and older. Play responsibly. eTuba is the proud operator of the National Lottery.
Hello, my name is Vincent Laufs. I was diagnosed with cancer and then suffered a stroke. I was unable to work. I never expected it to happen to me, but thankfully I had illness insurance that gave me a lump sum payout so that I was able to afford the care I needed both times and to keep providing for my family. I received a monetary token of appreciation for sharing my story with Old Mutual, and this is not financial advice.
Speak to your financial advisor today. Old Mutual Life Assurance Company SA Limited is a licensed FSP and life insurer. For T's and C's and more info, visit oldmutual.co.za/illness.
Stay in touch with us. YouTube, Radio 2000_ZA.
So it's September Deaf Awareness Month. Actually, Bongani, something for you to ponder on. I was asked by somebody, how can I incorporate the deaf community onto radio and onto what I do? So just think about that. But on the line, we still have Glebogile Olivier, and she is a lecturer, she's a lecturer in the Department of Criminology, actually, and a secretary of the University of Free State Women's Forum. Also a parent of a child who has a hearing loss. Glebogile, we were asking earlier if people have any academic regrets. What would yours be?
Oh, academic regret. Well, nothing as of yet. But had I known I had a child with I will have a child with a hearing impairment, I would have definitely gone into audiology, ENT, some form of I don't know, education avenue that will help me do better.
Absolutely. But your story is very compelling, and you have gone through and experienced things that a lot of people, like you said, don't have access to that information. Do you have a place and a platform where you can teach people who find themselves in these situations of raising a child with a hearing impairment?
Actually, that is a passion of mine. I've just been parenting, so haven't had the chance to actually run with the idea. Unfortunately, right now, all I'm doing is basically activism in forms of writing such pieces as the one I wrote. But hopefully in the future that I will create more interactive platforms, especially for parents, that focuses on parents and the support of parents, because half of these kids are born into hearing families, and we don't know how to deal with them.
And one last thing, how are you finding the content on television, on media platforms for children with hearing impairments? Is there enough content?
No, not at all. No, not at all. I think that we could do better. Let me just leave it at that.
Sure. Well, thank you so much. Strength to you. We really do appreciate you giving us strength this morning and helping us understand the importance of just being open-minded about these kind of things. Thanks, Kilebogile.
Thank you so much for having me and creating this platform as well. Have a lovely day.
You too.
Bye.
You're listening to the best breakfast show in the land.
And then on the line, representing Limpopo, Ronald, welcome to the show.
How's it, Nala?
Tell us a little bit about Limpopo. Why is it a
Nala,
special province?
please, don't put you on that spot. I don't know what to say about Limpopo, but I don't know, Nala. Please, probably maybe by next week, because I'm not going to win. Next week, I'll tell you all about Limpopo.
No, look, it's fine. It's fine.
Kruger National Park, nyana, Aizininga. Ufike Toyando, you actually see the head of the elephant. Come on, guy. I mean, the Tropic of Capricorn. Listen, the list is endless.
First question. So this year marks how many years since the Marikana massacre? Well done. Okay. Question number 2. That is correct. What does Toyando actually mean?
Head of the elephant in Brenda.
That is correct. Ronald, come on. Okay, next question. Spell the word committee. Okay, Ronald, do you want to give it a try?
You?
Ronald, geez.
He's spelling committee.
Did he just say you? What is the longest river in Africa?
Nile.
Congratulations, Vila, you win again!
Hashtag The Takeoff at Radio 2000 ZA on all social media platforms. Be part of an award-winning team.
Okay, we've been telling you the whole day that we're going to be hanging out with my E. My E is actually in the building right now. He's going to be with us between now and 8 o'clock on the show. And I thought maybe the best way to start it would be with a song that I think introduced all of us to my E, as well as Tear Gas. We've got multi-award-winning artist, musician, business owner, leader of the culture. And, you know, if you are talking about people that represent Ikas and where they're from, I don't think it gets better than Ma'i. Ma'i, good morning.
Thank you. What an intro.
Good morning.
What an
Good
intro.
morning.
Thank you, Bongani. Yo, thank you so much, guys. Radio 2000, the takeoff. We are early in the morning. We're feeling good. It's my easy does it. Kanda. Now manja and forever, ever.
Forever,
Ma'i, so I mean, we start the show almost the same way every single day, right? It's 16 minutes after 7 o'clock in the morning. If you're not doing interviews, what does Ma'i normally do in the morning?
In the morning, at this time, I have to be, gymming.
Okay.
Some exercising.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. And a little bit of social media. And back to my work, emails, and all of those things. Writing music.
We played Tear Gas Chance. And I mean, when the song played, I was telling Unalu, I was young at the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, you were just enjoying the song because it was relatable, right? I didn't understand how iconic not only the song was, but also the lyrics and also the time, guys. If you think about when you guys did that song, what the climate in terms of music, hip-hop wasn't the genre that everyone was jumping on. Also, the guys that were doing hip-hop back then were still doing the American hip-hop.
Yeah.
It was rare to hear Amachita Sekas speaking a language and sounding like us. Do you remember Gunal Palaganjan, the song?
Yeah, man. I think everything started with sessions.
Yeah.
Because if you check way back then, we had sessions, is it just Fananabo, Black Sunday, Slahays. I think that's where we really sharpened our skills when it comes to writing and just performing live and being sure of ourselves as artists.
Yeah.
And with us doing those things and going to sessions, recording, and just making sure that we come up with a good product. And I think we even recorded that song before we even went to a record label. We went to a record label with that song.
Really?
Yes, already the song was done, and with us, it was all about just making sure that the product is perfect. I think with Tear Gas, it was all about that. And how we came up with it, I think the man above knows, and we understood our characters by then, because from early 2000s with all the sessions that we were doing and the hype we had around the streets, even when I went to maybe somewhere and I'm in a taxi, people will be like, yo, Ma'i, what's up?
Yes.
So with all of that, I think that just gathered the whole confidence and the whole good songwriting.
Yeah.
That's where we gathered everything from.
You are from Soweto, right? Which part of Soweto? So I'm from Emlad, it's sections. I think zones. Which zone in from Soweto?
I saw it, we've got like different houses, maybe like more than like different 5 houses,
Okay.
Firstly, where I was born, Setlespruit at 212, Apache scene, a lot of people know. And Zone 2, 2427, Zone 2, those houses are just like between Maponya Mall, and Maponya Mall is in between Setlespruit and Pimville.
Bongani,
yes. So besidlula lapho njalo before even the Maponya Mall was built. Besidlula lapho, going from Setlespruit siye kwagogo Zone 2, that's where I'm from. And Mamani lo ugogo kwenzakalani mama wami loyo, so now useshawela, so man, and my mom unendlu Protea, so like it's like my mom was born in Soweto, my grandmother was born in Soweto, so like from Pimville Akdala, so like from me now, like Soweto is like the way I'm really rooted.
We're gonna pay bills, then we're gonna come back, and
let's go.
The question that's often asked is, I've always wondered how you guys as Tear Gas actually met, but we're gonna find out when we actually come back.
Let's go.
When losing a family member, the financial commitments of planning the funeral can soon outweigh the grieving process. That is why it's important to have cover in case something happens to yourself or a family member. One funeral policy with one life insurance can cover you and up to 16 family members. It includes repatriation, groceries, and headstone benefits to the value of 16,000 Rand. Get up to 50,000 Rand funeral cover from One Life today. SMS cover to 40437. That's 40437, and they will call you. One Life is a trusted life insurer and licensed FSP. T's and C's online. One Life, changing lives.
Mai, look, I mean, I know that are you and Tugza brothers, or
Yes,
you guys?
we are.
Oh, because in Yafan, I can even see that in Yafan.
Most definitely.
Like brothers,
That's my
not like
blood
brothers
brother.
like street.
No.
Or wasn't
Mother and father.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay, I didn't know that. So then how did you guys then meet KO?
We met him at Val.
Okay.
The Val University of Technology.
So are you and Tugza already a group at the time? And then
Yeah, we were a group at the time. KO had his own group. And our group was called Squadron. I don't know why.
Squadron.
We were fly like that.
Yes,
and,
squad.
we were fly squad. Like
Yes.
I think, because I always liked to be that person who's like a cool guy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, man. I like to be a cool guy. Even with my raps and everything, I didn't like choose the lane of being a battle MC and I gave all of that to Ntugza a lot of times. Like, hey, if I will have to battle someone, like, hey, Ntugza, take him.
Yes,
man.
yes.
No, I'm too cool for this. You
You
know
go and battle, I just want to look cool.
Yeah, no.
So, I mean-
I just want to rap like cool rhymes, man.
Sure. Chilled vibe. So you were saying earlier off air that the chant song is actually 16 years old today.
Yeah.
When did the journey start with Tear Gas?
The journey started, I think, when I came back from Scotland, where I did Fringe Festival in Scotland in 2004. And when I came back, man, I had a little bit of money, and like Dogs was already working that time, and KO was working as well. After he graduated, and man, imadlanyana, we had a little studio nyana, doing beats, and man, our confidence grew from that, and we went to big studios and recorded. I think that's when we really like recognized, we we're building a nice.
Something's happening.
Yeah. Momentum around in the hood.
Nakhetu Tear Gas, you know.
Yeah, it's a to tear gas.
Why?
Because, man, I think tear gas was very relevant that time because it was for us. We felt good to like we coming with some fire.
Silent killer.
And wherever there's smoke, there's fire.
I love it.
And we man, and a lot of people know after the war, there has to be like the ruler. And for us, we were like, this is war, and after this war, we're gonna rule. We're gonna rule,
We've got Mai in studio, hashtag 2 million gang gang on Twitter. I can already see all the tweets coming through. Guys, any question that you've ever wanted to know from Mai, he's here until 8 o'clock. We'll also take your voice notes. I can see them coming through on 0605842250. And if you remember back in the day, right, there was Tear Gas, then there were these guys. Then there were these guys.
Problem.
Yes. Did you guys feel the competition? Oh yeah, enjoy Tina as the fans of music.
I think the competition was tight.
But
I think it was kind of Kulu.
Yeah, squad.
By squad. I think the guys were just too good, man. And the energy on stage was something else. And with us to mess that up, we had to do a lot of things. Our swag had to be on point. We had to make sure extra things, and the music has to like really be on par with them, because the guys were really doing like amazing things already when
you came in already there. How hard was it for you as Tear Gas at the time to convince people that rapping in vernac and speaking about Ikasi local was cool? Because if you think about it, guys, outside of Scott and you guys, most people were rapping about it. You had to have the American accent back then. If even the content was American, I remember around those days. How hard was it to convince people? Look, no, guys, we ourselves have got our own things that are going on here.
Like as I've said, Guti, from the sessions, because a lot of people when you that were like I think in the forefront when you talk about Dumi and when Pro started, Soweto was mostly English.
Yes, Pro was English, Dumi English.
Like as I've said, like because of the sessions, because like there was always that Kasi flow in it, like Kasi rap, for Tina from way back. Just that like people got into it when Pro started rapping in vernac, Babona, and all of those records. And with us, we when we started, mostly we were rapping in English, but when we really got into it and we understood the game, if you really want to speak to your own people, like Mama Nkeli Senkwa, like you have to say Mama Nkeli Senkwa because your mom has to understand you that much. And for us to really make our music relate into the level Yabo Snoop Dogg, because as I've told you, Mina, mostly I was into like soulful stuff, Come On and Mustaf and all of those guys, but mostly Mina, I'm a kind of guy that loves cool hip-hop more than anything. Sure. I love Jay-Z, I love Nas. Nas is more conscious, but his conscious is more cool. He dresses very well, he's cleaner, he goes out, he likes women, like all of those things,
Everything that the culture is about.
The culture is about, he loves making like business and things like that, just like Jay-Z as well. And I loved about Cameron, and that's me, and because of all of those things, we wanted Guti Ikasi rap sound like that and be that relevant and relate to people in that matter, the way in America, American rappers that we idolize that time relate to their market. We just wanted to relate to our market that way as well. We say, Tupac relates to people like this. I just want to say, Mama, thank you for Mama Nyabonga for ungiphatha kahle. Yangithola like ngibeke kanjalo. Not ukuthi Mama, thanks, like she wouldn't even understand me. And someone from next door like Autam and njalo ngishayile flight ekuseni ngithi manje I wanted that person to understand me, understand my skills more than anything, because life is all this hip hop thing is all about words, and if you can hear my words, my wordplay, that's what I even told Pro way back then. Pro, you're so good, bruv. Let's do this and do this wordplay. All of those words as a sekasi, so that people can understand really good in wordplay.
So we're going to be taking voice notes, and there are a lot coming. Okay, so if you want to send voice notes and you want to ask my something, it's 060-584-2250. We'll also take calls. Okay, I'm going to say the number slowly because I know it's new, so apparently I'm saying it too quickly. 086 000 2479. 086 000 2479. It's 7:30 news time with Evelyn Tongwan.
SABC News, independent and impartial.
Thanks, Bongani. Good morning. In the headlines, the National Assembly has passed the National Traffic Amendment Bill. This draft legislation is aimed at reducing the number of road crashes in the country. And 3 people have been shot and killed in a domestic-related killing at a village near Beggarsford in Limpopo. And finally, the Apples company says it has secured an additional 2 million litres of jet fuel for Cape Town International following a shortage earlier this week. Details at 8.
Get it first on your mobile, on the web, and on your dial. This is Radio 2000 Sport.
And the sports report with Lonwabo Nkohla is proudly brought to you by Nedbank.
Good morning. In your sport, let's start with football news. A Tebogo Mokoena free kick in the first half earned Bafana Bafana a 1-0 victory against neighbours Botswana at FNB Stadium yesterday in a much changed starting 11 to that won against Sierra Leone 4-0 on Saturday. Head coach Hugo Bruce entrusted 2 new faces to don the green and gold of the Bafana Bafana colours against the Zebras. Sibongiseni Mthethwa and Sianda Msani were handed their debuts as Veli Motwa started in goal ahead of captain Ronwen Williams. Speaking in a post-match press conference, the coach said some players do not have the football qualities to represent the senior national team. So we'll see as we hope to qualify for the AFCON qualifiers as well as the World Cup that's coming up after the Qatar World Cup, which players the coach decides to stick with after experimenting with a few players in this current international break. An interesting and great story that trended for most of the day yesterday. Former Orlando Pirates co-coach Fatlu Davids has reunited with former Pirates coach Joseph Zinnbauer at Russian Giants Lokomotiv Moscow. So Davids served under Zinnbauer as the assistant before the German departed at the start of the 21-22 PSL season and was then replaced by co-coaches head coach Davids as well as Mandla Ncikazi. Davids earns the move after he was released by the Sea Robbers, while Mandla Ncikazi opted to stay and assist the new coach Jose Riviero. The former Maritzburg United coach Davids says it's a huge honor to be part of an institution, such a huge institution of Russian football. Now moving over to the Proteas, they begin their final T20 International Series before next month's ICC Men's T20 World Cup by facing India in the first of 3 matches at the Greenfield Stadium today. The games offer head coach Mark Boucher his last chance to fine-tune the squad and test out combinations ahead of the month-long T20 spectacle that is coming up in Australia next month. And speaking ahead of the opening game, Captain Themba Bavuma was predicting an evenly contested contest between the two teams. So if you want to watch this T20, which I expect to be much exciting, the first ball will be bowled at 3:30. And finally, in golf news, Phil Mickelson and Ian Poulter have dropped out of a lawsuit filed against the PGA Tour over its decision to suspend players who participated on the new LIV golf circuit. The pair were among the 11 golfers who had challenged the suspensions imposed on them after they had signed up for the controversial Saudi-backed series. Mickelson and Poulter, along with Taylor Gooch and Hudson Swafford, have now been asked to be removed from the case. The trial is set for January of 2024. And that's where we leave it on the sports desk for Radio 2000 Sport. I am Lonwabo Nkohla.
And the sports report with Lonwabo Nkohla was proudly brought to you by Nedbank.
What's in the box? Wow! What's in the box? I just had my Rain 5G home delivered. Let's see what's in the box. Look! It's every book ever written. All the music I like. Yay! Movies. Even this crazy thing. Unbox the whole internet. Unlimited fast 5G home Wi-Fi that works out the box from only $4.99 a month. Delivered to you fast from rain.co.za.
So, where you watching the FIFA World Cup? At home. You? Live, hopefully. Seriously. Every 1,000 rands or more you spend on your Nedbank Visa card earns you a chance to win a trip to Qatar 2022. Thanks to Visa.
Qatar 2022 for the tap and win!
Do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously? See money differently. Nedbank, we're a licensed FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply. Visa, official FIFA partner.
We've got you covered. 98.1 FM. Feel good music.
dads
Yeah,
out there.
okay, yes.
On Twitter, hashtag 2 million gang gang. So many people, guys. So Michael says Ganda, Ganda, Ganda. Hashtag 2 million gang gang. Untwana Numpanga one says legend, that man. Hashtag 2 million gang gang. Welcome to the planet. If you know your beats, you know.
Welcome to the planet.
We understand. This one from MP Mtolo says, guys, wow, great talent. We love hearing from our legends. Shout out for bringing Uma E into studio. David Makawana says, shout out to the big guy, Ma E, such a talented Grootman. We love to hear that.
Yeah, and I mean, Ma E, 5 summers, 4 metros, 3 Channel O's, a Sound City Award, BET Award nominations, 10 million views on YouTube. Like, the list is endless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, boom. Is music still a priority for you? Is that something you're still actively working on?
Yeah, man. Like, I still work on music. I'm still go to the studio maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
Nice.
I love music. Though I've got other things that I'm doing
Sure.
every day, but actually the music, I love the music.
You can't run
just,
away.
For me, and I'm just too cool, man, not to love the music.
Yeah.
Doing art,
Sure.
you know, like I'm just that guy. I'm just that guy.
Yeah.
Like
uzawuqeshwa ngubani because you're just too cool.
I'm just too cool, man, not to do music. I love music that much, and I'm good in making music. Zakudala, you just
So it
heard.
makes sense.
This is just my new song. I just dropped my EP last week Friday.
Yes.
Namanje
Nice.
and forever ever. You know, and this is part of Zakudala. It's part of the project. So yeah, man. My records are still fire.
People want to speak to you, Mai. So we'll go through the people here as well as calls are ringing off the hook. Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Morning 2 million gang gang. Hayi. Wo zama uyamkhumbula usibongile. Umntwana grand osithobile. Mfethu. Hayi. At least injota. Hayi into yakho wayenza mana. Hayi sijabulile ukuthi sibane nawe ekseni kanjena. Hayi.
Okay.
Morning, everyone on the show. My name is Novuyo, and I have a question for Umai. Are we gonna get a music video for Zakudala? Because wow, that song is amazing. Thank you and bye.
Morning, 2 million gang gang.
Morning.
I'm so happy to hear from my A. We used to call him my A. Those guys started back at varsity. We were together at the Val.
Wow.
And Banaba Ratao Emakokoning, you know, and rap nje, randomly and would wonder, yo, kilo mamara. They used to walk in a group nje, even at the residence, would rap a lot. Randomly nje, Kodikoning, you know, at the varsity, they would just stand up and rap, and they had a certain vibe amongst them. And when we saw them making it big, we were not surprised at all.
Right?
There you go. We've got Leo from Bloom. Good morning, Leo. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Bongani, kunjani?
Don't greet me, greet my E.
Kawushapu kunjani?
Fede badi.
Angire ndibadi lam wena.
Mnandi badi lam.
Bongani bona yazi ubale ile nto kanje ubale squad camp group. Jo, ngalesikhathi sabo tear gas bekunabo Morafi, abodiosi, ukurashi.
Kwambale.
Ngama-freshers Paul wase-Pretoria Technical wase-TUT e-Fountainville bezibuya majida
Too much.
Thanks for the call, Leo. Thanks for the call.
ngicela ukubuza i-question man.
Yeah.
Who wrote the song Umbali? And manibhala le ngoma Umbali yini bekwenzakala? Ngicela ukubuza.
Just tell us.
Yo, Umbali, it's just a storyline about 14. It's just a story, like it's just a storyline as a story.
Hey, the way you were describing it,
you know, because sometimes you know how it is. You know?
Yeah.
You have to just describe it the way it is.
Yes.
Like Tina Machita, it's like if it's not Machita Soto, but 14 we were snitching with as a Machita.
This is what happens.
What happens? Must not Machita Soto.
No, Tata, good morning.
Morning, Mai.
No, Tata, what's up?
Yo, ayisenzile namhlanje yo wambuza akakuhle esikolweni eNelspruit and eMpumalanga at that time.
Yes.
There was no rap music, there was nothing. And then there was this guy who Kenneth used to love you, tear gas,
Squad Camp and everything. We learned this song from him. But I can miss Busala and Yaskomba with the Iminya Handile, Dr. Saya Pandi. I continue doing your work and it's my kids were even surprised when I was singing this song. Miss Mama, what are you doing?
That's what I want.
It was an instinct.
Thank you so much for the call.
That's
there you
so
go.
sweet.
They mustn't think you old. You also
Yeah.
cool.
Haven't always been Mama.
We've got Marvo. Marvo, good morning.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
What about it, Fede? Come on.
Yeah. I'm good, man. Yeah. Hello, Batakati. Hello. Hi, calling out, Galekoma. Calling out, Maso, keep the album where the township councillor. Ngitshela ukuthi wena ubani lo okende ukuthi ungene kule rap. Ngitshele
No. Anje yazi ngithanda ko music. Firstly, mina bengithandela like ukujiva and like some traditional dance, shine lamu, things like that, you know. And then I grew to loving music because already like bengomuntu music like too much. And yeah, like when I first heard a rap song and I was hooked from then, and I wanted to rap all the time because I couldn't sing that well, like Michael Jackson.
Sure.
Like I couldn't take it, but
So
I
rap
think
was the closest thing for you. By the way, he also toured because he spoke about Scotland earlier on as part of Ushaga Zulu. So we're going to be talking about that when we come back and that whole side of him.
On air, online, and on your mobile. This is Radio 2000 Traffic.
Good morning. Heavy traffic into Galuli's interchange coming in from the east. The N12 and R24 is badly backed up. It is a stationary truck in the interchange that's causing that delay. Randburg with some load shedding this morning, so heavy traffic in from Rand Park Ridge and coming in through the Stratham Park areas towards that Ferndale region. R59 looks quite heavy as well with the queue going up in towards Michelle Avenue. Lots of issues around Durban. A crash on the M19 between Reservoir Hills and New Germany. A stationary vehicle before Spaghetti Junction. The N2 South is under pressure. Also an earlier crash on the M4 near Virginia Airport, causing a delay coming out of the Mshlanga area, and a crash on the M7 at the N2, and that's causing a backlog of traffic both directions. Cape Town load shedding around Brackenfell, Kryfontein and Kales River until just after 8. There's a lot of disruption to traffic flow in that part of Cape Town this morning, and also the Tableview Parklands and Dunoon areas are being load shed. Malabongwe Drive at the N7 bridge coming off Sandown Road out of Parklands North is particularly heavily affected.
So the hashtag is 2 million gang gang on social media. We're going to try and squeeze in a couple more of what you want to ask. Umai.
Exe Radio 2000. Angela Umai ukuthi kwangeni ngaka kwashuma iweather yaguquka wala ama imali yaphenduka imvula awuzoqedela yena.
Big ups to you, man. Shout out. Very much respect, man. I know a lot of rappers talk about you. But respect that. And you know, there's just that one signature thing about you. Flow ya go prayaga. Kore o repe ka ha o batle engati uthi are uri wena sa. Shout out to you, man. This is your boy Terrence Titi, aka Mr. Malabahalikan from Rustenburg. Peace.
Exe Radio 2000.
The world
He said, just play Thandi Samazwai, Nizolo Ngoba.
Done.
And it makes sense. It's amazing on how we've heard this song so many times, but every single time you hear something different that you've missed over the years.
Never gets old.
We all have our Monday morning routine. School run, quick stop for a cappuccino, and jamming to music on the way to work. It's all good until you need to fill up your car, right? Well, MyWay's got you covered with Gwalisa Fill Up Mondays. When you get a quote with MyWay, you automatically go into a draw to win your share of 350,000 Rand in fuel vouchers. Call MyWay on 0860 64 64 64 and live your way. MyWay is a licensed non-life insurer and FSP. Standard rates and T's and C's apply.
Applications are now open for the year 2023 at Ikana Tivet College. The following courses are available to those in possession of a grade 12, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, water and water waste treatment practice, human resource management, management assistant, public management, tourism, hospitality and catering services, farming management, as well as business management. And to those with a grade 9, the following NCV programs are on offer: for engineering studies, engineering and related design, civil engineering and building construction, electrical infrastructure construction, and for business studies, office administration, information technology and computer science, tourism, hospitality, finance, economics and accounting, as well as management. Visit our website on www.ikala.au.za. Click on Apply Now and apply before the 30th of September. For more information, you can phone Ikala Tivet College on 047 873 8869.
Are you looking for specific details from an interview on Radio 2000? If you happen to tune in at the tail end of an interview, or if you'd like to hear a specific interview again, worry not. Just go to www.radio2000.co.za. Click on the show where you heard the interview, and there you will find all the podcasts you might have missed on that particular show. Stay in the know on www.radio2000.co.za. Radio 2000. Our music, your memories.
Okay, Mai, so we played Thandi Samazwai. You're telling us a story about you going to Scotland and the city getting stolen.
Yeah, this is the story I told them off air. Before I went to Scotland 2004, I bought this CD the day before I left. Then, later on, we had a send-off party. Machita came through. My friends came through.
Yeah.
Yo, when I woke up early in the morning preparing to go to the airport, my CD was nowhere to be found. It was gone, vanished. But I tried to call my friends, and one of my friends, I'm sorry, the CD is with me. I left it. We have to buy another one. I was like, no, not today. I wanted to enjoy the CD in Scotland.
What were you doing in Scotland? What were you in Scotland?
In Scotland, there was a play, Shaka Zulu play that we were doing, and we were one
of the
generals.
Which role were you? Shaka Zulu?
I was one of the generals.
Seriously?
I was one of the generals, yeah. Shout out to my boy, Umasocha,
okay.
Wangfuselela, my skills is a little bit, and my acting a little bit, and yeah, man, I was on.
Done to you.
Yeah, I spent 4 months there, and we did the Fringe Festival.
Oh, okay, well done. So this thing has been in your blood for a long time.
No, man, it's been my thing, man. I told you, I've been just too cool, man.
You're
I've
an
been
artist.
a cool guy.
Artist through and through.
So let's talk music. Obviously, piano's here, and it can't be ignored. If you listen to Sete by K.O., Young Stana is featured on the song.
Yeah.
How do you find the balance? And with the project Loiki Peel, how did you decide? Because there are so many new influences now coming into the game.
Yeah, man. To me, it's all about being yourself and just trusting your skills and trusting your songwriting, trusting your ways of doing things. With this album, not album, EP, Namanjan Forever Ever. And forever, ever. With this EP, all I wanted is just to show Guti, this is how I am. And, there's different sounds in there, but you will really, when you go into, if you listen to the whole EP, you can just feel Guti, there's my E in there, even if when the chorus comes on, or I'm rapping, or the beats are on, you can just feel my E, feel texture in it, That's all I wanted. I just wanted the texture of my
I love
E
it.
inside the whole EP. The EP is smooth, man, and a lot of people know I'm a little bit rough in it, but the EP is smooth from the first track to the last track. Just go and listen to it. I think a track that is going to surprise a lot of people is Stronger.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of production, who did you work with?
The production, man, like I sat down like with my boys, Boss Piani, like shout out to those boys, man. Like they really know how to like really come with sounds that will really fit the story I want to tell.
Okay.
And shout out to Surprise as well. The boys are too talented. They did Namanje.
Okay.
And shout out to Lunatic as well. He did Badelami featuring Margs.
Okay.
I always love doing music with Margs. A lot of people know that.
Yeah.
He's from Ekasi, from the
Yeah,
sessions, from way back.
Yeah,
for real.
I know a lot of people are like, we didn't get a chance to play all the voice notes. People are saying we love guys. If you
And
love my E, you need to go and support music. Okay. He's got an EP out. It's called Namanje and Forever, Ever, Ever, Ever. So please follow. Also, guys, book the guys. And I often say this: like, if you love artists, book the artists.
Sure.
You know, my E is available. Where do people go if they want to book you to perform?
If you want to book me, you can go to Skanda World on Instagram, which is SKHANDA World, Skanda World, as WORLD, Skanda World. Or you can go to my Easy Does It on Instagram or Twitter or my Facebook page. My Easy Does It is MAEZEEDOESIT. My Easy Does It.
As we wrap, I really hope that you know what you did for the game. I know that in this country you don't get your flowers, or you can still smell them. Hip hop is you. You know, when we speak about hip hop and what it is now in this country, you are hip hop. From the lyrics to your writing skills to bringing stories that we can all relate to. People might not tell you. I often sometimes hear songs, even with the new kids, but you can hear the influence. Guys, even piano, if we're being honest, piano comes from what you guys were doing. So we appreciate you. We love what you do, and I wish you the best of luck. And thanks for coming through.
Yeah, man.
And Namanje.
And forever, ever.
Namanje.
Here's my E. Namanje, guys. Go out there and get the music.
Okay,